Hello.
Hello.
Happy Halloween.
Woo.
Halloween is literally my favorite holiday. And when Sarah and I made the choice about announcing, look, there's a cattail. Hey, everybody, I'm fostering a cat, and up until today, he has not shown his face to me. It's been a week. So if I get really distracted, he's out from under the chair.
It's very exciting.
It's a really big deal. Okay, so when Sarah and I decided that we were launching the mixtape in October, we were kind of brainstorming some ideas for episodes, and I just was like, we have to do a Halloween episode. I can't not. And Sarah,
And I think we'll probably always have fun making Halloween episodes, but this felt like a super important year to do a Halloween episode because people are trying to figure out how to do it. How do we do this? How do we do Halloween and be safe?
Totally. So, I think like you said, we'll always try and have a little bit of fun with the Halloween time. But this year we have, stuff to actually talk about, which is how to go about celebrating Halloween in a pandemic. So, Sarah, do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
So I when I was doing my research outside of what our thoughts for our family has been, I kind of categorized them into staying home celebrating versus trying to go out celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you want to start with for those of us that are super cautious and staying at home. Hi, Rick. Hey,
buddy. Halloween miracle. Hi.
It was very exciting.
Okay, I'm fine. Okay. Let's start with staying at home.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll talk so you can enjoy some kitty scritches. So there's a lot of folks who have decided that they're not willing to give up Halloween, which is fair because it's just super fun. And I know as a parent, I'm trying to find a lot of different ways to normalize things this year, trying to find ways to not cancel everything. We're already, doing school at home and not having play dates and not seeing grandparents as much and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of us are trying to find ways to stay home. I have told my kids, I'm sorry, we are not going to go knock on people's doors. We're not doing that. And some people are not doing anything outside at all. So they're coming up with different things to do at home to make it special. And so some of the fun things that I saw were people are bringing in piñatas, which I have never heard before as a Halloween thing.
I love that.
So I've seen there's a piñatagram company, and they've made the little donkeys, but costumed essentially, like vampire donkey piñata. What was the other one? Zombie, I think. Mm-hmm. And so you smash a piñata. So that was fun. It's never, as far as I know, never really been a tradition for anybody. Lots of scavenger hunts, movie nights.
Yeah.
Carving pumpkins is always something you do at home, right? With your family or your pod, a super easy way to keep a normal part of your tradition going.
Yeah, totally.
Those were a few of the things that I saw. Hi, Rick. Oh, this is so exciting. He just wants to be on camera.
Yeah, he's just an internet cat. That's the deal.
He's been waiting his whole life for you to turn on the camera.
I know, right? So I don't have kids at home, but I'm very much into celebrating Halloween and not letting it go past. So some of the things that we're doing at home is we have been using Sync Lounge, which is a software you can use to stream movies on multiple computers that are synced. So we've been using Sync Lounge to watch a Halloween movie every Friday night in October with my sister who lives in New Orleans and two friends of ours who are not in our pod. And that's been really lovely. Everybody's gotten a chance to choose one of their favorite Halloween movies. And we've just been able to really celebrate the season that way together. And then the other thing that we're doing is I don't know, I think we talked about this, but I feel like it's been my personal job to keep Powell's alive during this pandemic.
Yeah.
So every 6 weeks I make a book order and that's just been the reality. So one of the books that I got for the Halloween season is a collection of Japanese ghost stories. Which anybody who's a fan of horror, the Japanese have got it on lock. And all the stories are like 3 to 4 pages long. So David and I are planning this weekend. We're going to have my parents over and maybe one other household. And we're going to sit in like a big wide circle around our fire pit in the backyard and read and tell ghost stories.
I love it.
That's been really exciting.
That's awesome. I just remembered I have a surprise for you.
You do?
Do.
That's the best surprise. I love it. I have a surprise too, but it's not nearly as exciting. It's that I'm wearing bat socks.
Ooh.
So literally everyone, the first thing Sarah asked me when we got on this call was, she was like, do you have something underneath that sweater? It's like, no, I do have something under my leggings.
I can't even believe like how little Halloween garb I have. I totally was like, I don't have a Halloween shirt.
Yeah.
We can get this instead because it's important.
Same time frame. Very.
Please vote.
Yes.
Please vote.
Let's talk a little bit about outside the house tradition. So I'll go first. One of the things that I found on the great wide internet is a website that's called www.halloween-maps.com. And we'll put a link in the description of this video so that you can find it. Subscribe, all that stuff. Anyway, so halloweenmaps.com is a Google map that you can kind of put over your current map, and people can sign up their houses for what they're doing social distancing. So instead of like getting dressed up, and if you've decided you're going to go out and try and figure it out, instead of walking around your neighborhood and being like, oh, there's nothing here, sorry kids, let's go home, you can kind of plan ahead for houses that are offering something that they want to put out into the world. So on that note, one of the things that I'm doing at my house is my mom and I are planning to do essentially like a Halloween Easter egg hunt. So we're going to use gloves and we're going to put a bunch of candy in little plastic bags, and then we're going to hide them all over my front yard. And I'm going to send an email to all of my friends with kids, and I'm going to put myself on this halloweenmaps.com or whatever. And just say, like if your kids want candy and they want someone to like clap and love on their costumes, like come to my house. I love your children's costumes. Come to me. So we'll just be kind of replacing the little plastic bags of candy around my yard throughout the night. And that's our plan for Halloween. We're very excited.
One of the things I really like about that map is that they have different symbols for like different kind of levels of safety. So I was just looking at it, and it's crazy because it's like the whole nation, it's not just Portland. Mm-hmm. And when you zoom in, it looks like there's a bajillion in Portland, but then like, the closer you get, I'm like, oh, there's like 6 in our neighborhood. All right. But maybe as we get closer to the 31st, maybe it will populate more, but so like the spider is just like someone's doing normal Halloween. And that's like all it says. I mean, and they might be wearing a mask, they're probably not like sneezing on your candy, like, but they're not taking any extra precautions.
Right.
But then there's other symbols that talk about like no interaction required versus I'm going to use tongs versus shoot. There's like a candy shoot.
I'm sorry, your wreath just moved and it was so spooky.
My house is haunted.
No big deal. I'm just famous.
Yeah, so that's something I liked about that map was that it kind of gives you, because that's my thing is like, the problem with going door to door is that you don't know what you're going to get, right? Every single person might be masked and gloved and like I don't know, maybe they'll always sitting on their porch and like saying, oh, there's candy, over there, you don't have to come over, like maybe everyone's going to be amazing, but it's that unknown because there are people who are not into wearing masks and things.
Especially if you're negotiating that with kids, setting levels of expectation and then meeting that reality. It's hard.
Yeah. So that map's really cool. We'll definitely link to it. I know my neighborhood. So I mostly use Facebook for business and groups at this point. That's about it. Oh, here comes the toddler.
Mine. You know what?
Hey. And now my other thing, though.
Mine.
Hi.
There was always a new episode.
Great. I need you to go out and close the door, please. Thanks, bud.
I just saw a TikTok this morning that said, if you've never closed the door on your child mid-story, are you even a parent?
Yeah. So Facebook groups is like the main thing I use Facebook for. And we have I live in Montebello, so we have like a Montebello Facebook group, and it's pretty great most of the time. And a bunch of folks are super into Halloween in Montebello. And so they went and created another group.
The ghost is a part of that group. The ghost is like, yes, Montebello Halloween.
And it's totally a Montebello Loves Halloween Facebook group. And someone is saying they're going to create some sort of a map there specifically to our neighborhood. And people are posting like, I've been decorating my lawn, and here's what I'm going to try to do, and what are you all thinking? And I just love the discussion that it's created, and it's a nice way to bring people together, for the most part. And for the most part, it's not controversial.
Yeah.
Just to try to love on Halloween, but be safe.
Yeah, totally. You touched on the Halloween shoot thing, and I just want to talk a little bit more about that in case anyone watching is like, wait, what is that? There are these amazing videos on the internet. Like, use your preferred platform and look for this. And people are essentially taking like what are either wrapping paper tubes or bigger ones like PVC pipe or something like that, and they're making these long slides that they can drop candy down to then land in a kid's basket, which I love. Someone recently shared with me somebody who went to like the whole 9 yards, which I'm not. I love Halloween. I'm not this handy. But they like made a pulley system, so it had like a little cart on it. You like load the candy into it, and then you send it down, and it has like a ghost in front of it. So it's like a banshee flying through the air, delivering your candy, and then you pull it back. Yeah, people are getting really creative.
Yeah. The one thing about the candy shoot is that there's this picture, and I don't know how viral it actually is, but I've seen it several times. There's people being like, look how cool this is. But it's literally the picture of a child with their face up to the end of the shoot, like we're far away. I don't think you all get it.
Every single kindergarten teacher in America is like, this is my life. This is why we can't be in school, guys.
Yes, because even the things we're trying to do to be sanitary, they'll just put their face on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I talked to my kids about was the idea of potentially just kind of parading around in their costume in the neighborhood. Because I think there are going to be some people hanging out on their porches just being like, oh, you're such a cute sailor, like whatever your costume is. And, oh, look at the vampire. And maybe there'll be some yard treats that, are less interactive, and you can still kind of have that feeling of walking around and doing what's normal. So we talked about doing that.
Microphone. That's my mic, bud. He really just an internet cat. He's like, this is it. I'm going to purr right here. Everyone will hear me.
Oh my God, I love it.
Guys, literally has not come out from the chair before today. This is remarkable. This cattail right here. This is remarkable.
This is his time.
Anyway.
So some of the other things you can do involve staying in your car.
Are you talking about the trunk or treats that I've heard about?
I didn't click on those because in the past, to me, trunk or treat was like you go up to people's cars and get candy out of them, and to me, that is trick or treating. So I didn't even click on them. Maybe they're better.
Yeah. I think the CDC has specifically said no trunk or treating.
Yeah. No. So there's two different things I've seen. One is just the idea of driving around trying to find the coolest houses that have been decorated.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other one is there's actually a couple of different. There's probably a bunch, but I only stumbled on two different businesses that have created a haunted house situation where you stay in your car.
Do you drive through?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So there's the Clackamas County is doing one.
Right.
And I tried really hard to find information. So I have a sensitive kid. And so like trying to figure out something that's going to be exciting enough to go to, but not too scary is a little tricky. And this one, as far as I can tell, is pretty low on the scare, like there's no like moving parts. It's just like a lot of decorations that different businesses have come and sponsored and decorated. It's $20 for a whole car. It's not too bad. But I don't know how much value. I don't know. I think there were pictures for me to figure out like how amazing and cool it was. But compared to the $80 per car cost over at Oaks Park, but
that one better come with a ghost that sits in the car with you for $80 is all I gotta say.
I think if you're into being scared, I think it might be worth it because they have 5 different options, like 5 different. So they're basically like scenes with actors that you put yourself into, and they'll like touch your car and everything and act out this whole scene. And there's 5 different kinds of scenes. It's only like 20 minutes. That's the part that gets me, is the time for the money. But you know, that's everyone you fit in your car.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a car that could fit 8 grown-ups and everyone was going to pay $10 to go get scared for 20 minutes, I would probably do that.
Yeah, and so they have, in each of the scene is rated like how scary it is. So like Cora, my sensitive one, was looking at them with me, and she's like, "How scary is that one? I don't think I want to go to that one." So like, there's no 1 out of 5, but the lowest is 2 out of 5, and it goes all the way up to 5 out of 5. And it's, you know, there's gore and how like tense it is, and they talk about what the different storylines are. I mean, it's like rain or shine. It's like you drive into an enclosed space, I think.
Oh.
And they have the whole scene like set.
You know what's the other thing I just realized?
What?
Is I'm thinking while you're talking, because I'm a selfish human being, about who would I do this with, and nobody in my pod. Right? Like I can't be in a car with any, like my husband, I could do it, but that's $80 for me and my husband to get scared for 20 minutes. Like all of my friends who I would do this with were just not crossing streams, to do a Ghostbusters reference.
I think this would be really awesome for like families with teens that are into horror. Like my neighbors across the street, they're about a decade ahead of us as far as like ages. And so they have a college student who's home and a senior who's home. And so I would feel like that, you know, like maybe they have girlfriends or boyfriends that are probably in their pod. Like that seems like a really great value for families with teens who are into that kind of stuff, because then you can pack your car pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's an option, and I have a feeling that there's other things out there. I remember someone suggesting, I don't know if it's a thing, but the Raceway did like a Christmas light thing, you know, that you could drive through. Wouldn't it be cool if they did a Halloween thing there that you could drive through? So who knows what will pop up? So keep an eye out for just people being really creative, I think.
And definitely, if you know of something that you're really excited about doing for Halloween, please put it in the comments. Like, Sarah and I want to go.
And I want to share it with other people.
Yeah. We also want other people to know about it, but we also want to go.
Also want to go.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not convinced that I want to drive to Clackamas and spend $20 for like something I could drive around Portland and look at people's houses for, you know?
Yeah.
But I like it in theory.
Yeah. And I think it could be good for, you know, for families that, like you said, that are doing completely inside, that are just feeling like, you know, whether they have someone immunocompromised in their bubble or they've got grandparents that they're trying to protect or anything like that. That seems like a really good option to not have to walk around.
Yeah.
I
have a question for you that we didn't prepare for.
Oh, no.
It's not, I think you'll have like a really quick answer. But so my kids are just getting old enough that we're starting to explore these things because of the sensitivity, but like classic favorite Halloween movies, like you talked about, you're doing your movie night. Mm-hmm. So they have loved for a while Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
And the other day they were like, is that a Halloween or a Christmas movie? And I was like, well, I mean, it's kind of good for like that in-between time. And they're like, well, why are we watching it before Halloween then? Because it's awesome. But they just
if you try hard enough, it can be both.
Yeah, right. And we just watched Casper from the Ghost for the first time.
Was that because I told you to?
No, I don't think so. I've seen it. I loved it.
It for the first time in like 15 years.
I love it so much.
Yeah, it was my sister's pick for her Halloween movie. It was so cute. And at the end, when, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Casper from 1996, at the end, when Bill Pullman is talking to his wife about, his wife who has passed on, about parenting a teen and like all the help he's going to need. On the FaceTime call, my sister was like, oh, he's crying. I'm Owie. She was like, oh, he's crying. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm fine. Of course I was crying. They were talking about parenting their teen daughter.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Sorry.
We're going to watch. Hi, I need you to walk out of the room, please. You've had food. Why didn't I lock the door? I said I was going to lock the door.
I know.
I'm crazy. Do you want to come in and talk about Halloween, or do you want to go back out and do your own thing? Come here and talk to me about Halloween. Come to my lap.
What's your favorite thing about Halloween, Reese?
This is Reese. How old are you, Reese? This is your mixtape debut. 4. Is this 4?
No.
What's 4?
4 cake?
There you go. There's 4. What do you like about Halloween?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkins.
Yeah.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Quasi.
Can you say it louder?
Quasi.
Quasi. Quasi is from Octonauts.
Oh, clearly.
He's a cat, right?
Yeah.
He's a cat Octonaut.
He's a pirate.
Oh, right. He's a pirate cat Octonaut. We're going to have to get you an eye patch, I think. We don't have an eye patch yet. We lucked out, so I'm like a huge proponent of the Buy Nothing group, speaking of Facebook groups.
Yeah.
And someone posted, they're like, I have this like 4T costume. Yeah. I have this 4T costume of Quasi that I made. Does anybody want it? And I was like, he's kind of big, because she was saying the costume was high. You know what's in there, huh? This is fun. So this is my little you can't see it very well, I suppose. It's a little heart black box with a skull on top. What's inside, Reese? Kitty stickers. That's what I keep in my school box. We're talking about Halloween. Or you can leave and go do your own thing. Okay.
I'm hungry.
You have had cucumber and crackers, and now it is time to wait to eat till later. You can always have another vegetable.
I want another vegetable.
Go for it. Please close my door.
I'm doing without cucumber.
Great. You eat all the cucumber in the house. Sorry.
No worries.
Between Rick and Reese, we got the R's today.
I know. This is.
Oh my god. This is like the weirdest thing.
I know. You're going to get to see an unneutered male cat butt here in a second, probably.
Censor him.
If anyone's curious, I'm fostering Rick through the Pixie Project. They were awesome. It was super easy to set up my foster application. Hi, bud. Hi. And yeah, he's just with us until he gets his neuter appointment.
And then he can find a lovely home.
And then he'll go back to the Pixie Project to go get adopted. So if you're watching this video and you're like, I need that cat, this cat. Oh, Rick. Okay, do you feel ready to do the segment of this show that we talked about with the sharing our favorite internet costumes?
Wait, hold on. I gotta figure out my door.
Okay.
I think I got it. Should I put my ring back up and dare the ghosts?
So everybody who's watching, one of the things Sarah and I talked about for this episode is that we wanted to find some costumes that we thought were super fun off of the internet and surprise each other with them. So we've both picked our favorite pregnancy costume, little babe costume, and then bigger child or sibling or family costume. And we have not seen each other's picks, and we're going to do that. And then we have the fourth category is the like, just whatever, right? Just like another costume.
Yeah.
Did I do that right?
Whatever Halloween-y, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go.
Okay. So this first one is the pregnancy costume that I picked. It was a hard choice. That people get so creative with their bumps, and I love them. Some of my favorite ones included there was a Death Star, right, with a thing that said "This is no moon," or "That's no moon." I loved all the ones that were snitches from
Oh my gosh.
Quidditch. Loved those, but this was the one that took the cake for me. So here we go. Oh, I have to. There it is.
Oh,
Boom! So I love this one. I know it's technically a family, but the fact that she made her belly the eye for Mike Wazowski just did it for me. That was my favorite. So I love that they've got their older kid dressed up as Boo when they tried to dress Boo as a monster. And every time I tried to be like, well, maybe this isn't my choice, I would just look at the fact that her belly was an eyeball and I was done. That was it. That was what was happening for me. So now I have to figure out how to stop sharing from this far away.
Here, I can
you do
remove it? I got you.
Oh, thanks. Okay. So that was my pregnancy costume.
Yeah. Okay. I had kind of a similar thing where I like looked and I just kept coming back to it. And I just realized, can you see it?
Oh, wait. So is that Oompa Loompa and she's the girl who turns into a blueberry.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And what is the cat dressed up as?
Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, it's the Willy Wonka bar.
Oh my God.
I feel like I should be able to make this bigger. Oh, well. Yeah, I loved it so much. I just was like, what a... Oh, here, how about I do this? Is that better?
It looks good.
Oh no!
There's your next
one.
The cheeks are what make it.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Yeah, so that was my pick for the tiny human.
For the babies?
Yeah.
So good. Oh my God. Okay, well, here's my baby one, and I think you will appreciate it because you are a lactation consultant.
Oh. Yeah. I have seen this one before to make me so
I think my favorite thing about it is the baby's expression. Like with the tongue sticking out just a little bit. So good. Those of you who are watching and are currently pregnant, I'm not trying to scare you. But this is some people's experience.
Well, and so here's the thing about scaring people who don't have children yet. You should potentially be equally scared about nipple damage, which I can help with that. But so don't be scared. But you could be scared about it. But also be equally scared of baby shark. I'm not kidding. Because in your head, nobody ever stopped. Like, it's just constant. And there's like remixes of it, and there's other versions, and it pops up everywhere. Be scared.
Yeah. Have I told you this is one of my favorite stories? I have a friend who has he's now 4, but at the time he was 2 when this happened. And they went into what is the name of the pizza place that's on Burnside? They do half slices, which makes them my favorite because you can order half slices of all their different. They're amazing. I can't remember their name. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so they went in there to go get pizza, and it's like kind of like, I mean, it's a mainstream pizza place, but the vibe is supposed to be kind of punk rocky. Punk rocky music. And are you trying to think of where I'm thinking of?
You know my thinking face. It's not Hot Lips, right?
No. It's like It's the one, there's one right across the street from Powell's, and there's one on Burnside on the east side. That's like across from that Grendel's coffee shop. I can remember Grendel's, but I can't remember this. It's like, doesn't matter. The point is, she walks in. She has her 2-year-old with her. They're playing punk rocky music, and her 2-year-old on her hip really loudly goes, "Alexa, play Baby Shark." She was like, "Good try, kid. Good try."
Oh my God, that's so good. Well, and there's sometimes it sneaks up on you in TikTok too. They've done some ones where it's like starts with something else and then it morphs in, and you're like, oh no, right.
That's not what I'm here for.
No, definitely not.
Okay, you want to share your sibling costumes or older kids?
Yeah. Let me. I closed my screen really or my window really fast. Like, oh no. Gotta open it again. Okay, this one's kind of cheating.
Because it's your kids?
Because it's my family.
Kids.
So this was 4 years ago. Reese is Liz.
The ittiest bittiest.
Yeah, he's literally a month old.
Oh, and you Miss Frizzle?
Or 2 months old, sorry. Or no, a month old. Yes, I'm Miss Frizzle. Looking at this picture, I regret not like super kinking my hair and having a massive head of purple curls.
Yeah.
But I was 1 month postpartum, so I'm forgiving myself. Maya was Phoebe, and Cora was DA.
Oh.
All that was missing was me trying to convince my husband to be the bus. It didn't work. It would have been so good.
That's true. This is so sweet. Look at that tiny little Reese. Oh my gosh.
And then he totally has little spikes. He totally has little spikes on the back. My mom helped me make it. I went to Goodwill and bought one of those classic Peapod costumes.
Yeah.
And we turned it into a Liz costume.
I love it.
All right, what's yours?
Okay. Okay, here's mine. I'm not going to give you any caveats to it. This is just what it is. So the words on it says, when your kids are too young to choose their costumes, you take advantage. And my favorite part about it is the fact that they built the sidewalk for the baby carrier.
That's amazing.
Like, I love the baby in the clown costume, but the best piece by far is the side. I mean, it's just the theater person in me that I'm like, next level. Yes.
Yeah, you gotta have some set around it.
Yeah, totally. With the grate and the
so good.
Tiny little eyebrows looking out over the grate. So good.
Oh, it's so good.
So
do you have another something?
I do. So the other one I chose was also a family costume. And let's see if I can make it do this. There we go. It's this one.
Cute.
David and I have definitely done this as a couple's costume. I was Doc Brown and he was Marty McFly. But I did not. I'll have to find that picture. Maybe I'll put it in the comments on this video if everyone's real nice to me. But they did it way better. This family did a really great job, and it's super cute. So
Cute.
Anyway, that was my like honorable mention.
I love it. Mine. Let's see if I can make it work.
I like this Parent Trip blue with the Halloween.
I think it works. This one.
I love it.
And then I had one more that is like, I just think I have it on my wall.
Cute.
I definitely looked up at my ceiling and I was like, I should dust. And I was like, I'll wait till after Halloween.
I love it.
Yeah. The one that I had one on my phone, but I was like, did I try to figure it out? And I don't love it that much. Mm-hmm. But it plays into our trick-or-treating ideas. This photoshopped image of a man holding like one of the really massive like water guns or Nerf guns. And they photoshopped the inside with candy.
Cute.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Try to get the Halloween sugar rush, right?
It's true. It's true. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in and listening to us. Very unscripted. Just talk about our favorite holiday and our foster cats and our kids. And yeah, we appreciate you being here. We'll give you a small sneak peek, if it's okay with Sarah. I haven't run this by her at all. That our next episode, the plan is that we're going to talk to a local mental health therapist about parenting and distance learning during a pandemic. I think everybody's feeling it right now who's in that situation. I'm talking so that Sarah doesn't get triggered. So tune in 2 weeks to hear us talk about that, especially if it relates to your life and you're looking for a little bit of community around things that can be really hard in 2020. One of the many things.
All the things.
Yeah. Thanks for talking about Halloween with me, Sarah. And thanks for making us this cute thing that goes around. I don't know what it's called. A border.
The border.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was super fun. I'm really excited to kind of see how Halloween goes. And I think so here's the honest truth. I think of all the holidays in 2020, Halloween's one of the easiest ones to adapt.
Yeah.
So I think us all getting creative with Halloween right now and really working through our feelings on safety and all of that, I think it's really important groundwork to lay for the holidays that are coming up, because it's going to be harder because, Thanksgiving, you sit around a table inside with everybody. It's not going to work for a lot of people. So order your propane heaters now because they're selling out. And so I'm very encouraged by all of folks' creativity around Halloween and trying to preserve some fun and some celebration this year.
Yeah, agreed. Happy Halloween, everybody. Stay safe. Get spooky.
Boo!
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep.
Thanks for watching. If you liked our channel, please make sure that you hit the button at the bottom and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos we have coming up.
If you want to know the moment we post, hit that bell to notify you.
Ding, ding. We're also on Facebook and Instagram
at the Parent Trip PDX.
And we have a Patreon that we'd love you to check out.
We do all of this for free. We love to support you. We love to share all these resources, but it would help us out a lot if you came and gave us a little support so we can keep doing what we do.
Thanks.